There. So it's recording.
Okay.
And you set it all up.
All right. So, welcome to Yoga YouTube Fridays. I'm your host. I'm Thistle, and this is my friend
James Powell.
Yes, and we come together on Fridays to practice losing our fear of technology and putting our just spontaneous selves out there for evaluation, but mostly for enjoyment. That is our intention. And in fact, I'd like to discuss pleasure today and the implication that it's involved solely in this dichotomy of pleasure and pain, and that they're both equal and opposite entities and experiences that exist out there in the material plane. I'd rather like to posit that pleasure is the larger principle of the circle of life, and that we, all of us, can live in our pleasure no matter how much opposition comes at us, and that we should reach out to each other, noticing our talents and our gifts, and help each other to give those talents and those gifts. Instead of cowering in the corner, getting angry that somebody's out there on the dance floor and maybe you think she's embarrassing. Maybe she reminds you of your mother and you're embarrassed of her. She's dancing. Oh, it's so embarrassing, you know. And so you somehow come out with a way to shut her down. Instead of that, you could say, how can I feel good? And how can I contribute to this uplifting rising up of humanity in a time of ecological and social crisis, to break through the dichotomies and the reversals and the opposites, and to live in pleasure because we can. And not just because we can. Obviously, we all have a collective psyche that knows that a child right now is living in darkness, probably all of her bones broken, and she's tied and bound in some car trunk. You know, like, we understand with 6 billion humans on this earth, there's a level of suffering that happens to one and happens to all of us, because we share our flesh in common, and so we're all sentient creatures. And so, of course, we all feel that pain on some level. And I believe it's really important to remember that, and to remember that pleasure can be crushed, can be squashed. But if you have free hands and you're unbound, you as an individual in this illusion of many that's also one, or maybe it's an illusion of one and also many, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm starting to distract myself. Excusez-moi, pardon me. But the knowing that the pain exists, and allowing, but that also feeling your individual power. If you have your opposable thumbs still, you're not bound and tied up in a room. You actually can move around. It's a good thing, and that you shouldn't feel bad or guilty for that. Instead, if you can dance, you should. And if you can walk, you should. If you can paint, you should. If you can sing, you should. If you can lead a meeting, you should. If you can help foster the leadership of all of the other humans around you that have use of their thumbs and their feet and their legs, you know, like, to help those who don't have use of their thumbs and their feet and their legs. I mean, there's amazing technologies that could be employed through bicycle revolutionary technologies of transportation, where people who don't have use of their legs can actually pedal and get around with their arms, you know. So I just don't think it's a luxury to believe in the possibility of living a life of pleasure intentionally, and to share that, and that the more of us that feel that, the better our chances are of survival and overcoming the ecological devastation. So thanks, and if you have anything to talk about, I don't know.
Oh,
if you want to read.
well, hold on a second.
Okay.
That was good.